morning. It's time to dig deep and try to seek clarification, trying to seek answers. What is causing all these mass shooting? Just yesterday within my community, a police officer was shot dead. Others, like three others, wounded. Unfortunately, it's still a stigma, or it still can be a biased conclusion to why this is happening. The only reason why I say it could be biased because the description of the suspect is a Caucasian male, and lately we've been seeing the uprise of Caucasian males feeling that they're superior and they have the right to shoot and not be offense to anybody else. We need to figure out why this is happening. Guns has always been around for more than 20 years, right? Violence has always been around for more than 20 years, right? Video games, internet, because these are the things that they are trying to justify what is causing these young adults to feel as if they have the right to conduct the acts of violence. For instance, my theory is our President 45 is egging it on to let them think that it's okay. And then when someone says something in reference to a shooting, he laughs. Like for instance, he was at a rally and somebody said, he said, "What do you do?" And somebody said, "Shoot him." And he started laughing. Instead of correcting someone's actions and saying, "No, you don't shoot him, you do this, we talk, we debate." No, it gets debunked and he laughs about it. And then guess what? People in their mental state that's following him thinks that that's what he wants them to do in honor of him. Like you have in some third world countries where people think to honor Allah, you must commit suicide and kill others around to help them get closer to Allah. Okay? Everybody know, in your opinion, it's up to you if you believe in that or not, but in my opinion, that's falsified information, okay? And so my question that I'm putting out there with you guys, how many think is internet? Because if let's bring out some facts to go down the stream of internet. Internet could be the cause. Why? Because the internet does open the doors for you to interact with other people that thinks the same way you do and and to cause you to feel empowered to do something because you got a support group. Internet does bring different brands of communities together. Next, video games. The video games do condone a lot of violence, which desensitize a lot of us to gun violence because the video games make kids, children, or people that lack the knowledge to be able to pull away from a video game into real society to make them feel that shootings are accurate. Shooting is cool. This is, ooh, if you do this, you become the hero, right? So a lot of people do point their finger at video games. But then we point our finger at our president. Why would you point your finger at the president? Let's watch this clip and then go from there.
Said the attack was in response to the Hispanic invasion of Texas, adding that his ideology predates President Trump and that blaming the president would be the equivalency of fake news.
This is language the president has used since his campaign began. A lot of people are taking issue with the explosive rhetoric he has used, rhetoric that mirrors the screed written by the El Paso murderer.
Just 3 months ago, this scene at a rally in Panama City Beach, Florida. President Trump at first laughing when a supporter in the crowd suggested shooting immigrants.
But how do you stop these people? You can't. There's no...
See?
That's only in the panhandle you can get away with that stuff.
Okay, so you clearly see that he laughed when someone said, "What do you do with the immigrant issue? Shoot him." And they start laughing. Not only did the president laugh, but you see the people in the background is looking at each other like, "Ha ha, that was funny." So all these people is thinking that if he says that's okay and that's a joke, then it's okay for us to think that way too. So it's egging it on, and he's encouraging people to feel that it's okay to conduct an act of violence. So once again, why are we the distractions? Because clearly you have to look into this deeper, 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 deeper. And then another thing I want to point out and leave you with that so everybody can have their debate at the end of this video in the comment section, to try to put logic together so that we don't think this is okay, so we can teach our kids to don't follow hatred, okay? Because this man is condoning hatred and nobody's calling him to the carpet. Well, I can't say nobody. A handful of people is calling him to the carpets. When I say calling to the carpet, a handful of people is pointing this out. A lot of people are keeping it hush, 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 and they keep trying to point violence to different people because they don't want to face reality. For instance, this is not a divided YouTube channel. I'm not trying to believe in divide and conquer, but I do believe that this is causing us to now fear Caucasian men. But then at the same time, you still have the African American man that's angry because they're getting killed for having drugs, or getting killed for being assumed to have something going on or being falsified. So then they see that these guys are able to shoot up a place and then get handcuffed without getting shot. Not saying that that's correct or that's right. That's just my opinion, what I see surfing around the internet, that a lot of African Americans are getting mad because they're like, wow, somebody got pulled over for a tail light and they got killed, but these people are able to shoot up innocent people and nothing happens. Okay, so with that being said, post your comments on what you think. Is it internet? Is it games? Or is it our President 45? Or can we link all three together to help promote what's going on, right? Somewhere you got to stop. Somewhere we got to take a look and stance and say this is not right. This is not accurate. And then after being blessed, being a targeted individual, because when you become a targeted individual, it makes you stand away from the crowd and sit back and analyze everything. So look at that as a blessing in disguise. We're not just going out publicly and just going with the masses. We separated ourselves because we had to, because they gave us no choice. But by us separating ourselves and isolating ourselves, it made us analyze and think everything through to make it have sense or to create logics.